If you are a Nigerian software engineer, developer, data scientist, or tech professional, I need you to hear something clearly. Right now, in 2026, you are sitting on one of the most globally transferable and universally in-demand skill sets on the planet. And the countries that want your skills are not just offering you a job. They are offering you a path to permanent residency, and in some cases, they are making that path significantly faster for tech professionals than for almost any other profession. The challenge is knowing which of those countries is actually the best fit for your specific situation. Because the answer is genuinely different depending on your salary, your specialization, your language skills, whether you have a job offer, and how quickly you want to move. Today I am breaking down the top 5 countries for Nigerian tech professionals to get permanent residency in 2026, with the exact immigration pathways, the salary thresholds, the timelines to PR, the honest trade-offs, and the specific steps to get started right now. This is the video I wish existed when I started researching this topic. Let us get into it. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Praise and I run Social and Travels, a travel and migration company that helps Nigerians navigate visa applications and international relocation. Tech professionals are one of the groups I get the most questions from, because you have options that most other professionals simply do not. And knowing which option is right for your specific profile is the difference between getting PR in 21 months and waiting 5 years. This video covers 5 countries: Germany, Canada, the United Kingdom, the Netherlands, and Australia. For each one I am going to give you the specific visa pathway for tech professionals, the exact requirements, the PR timeline, the salary data, the honest challenges specific to Nigerian applicants, and who each country is best suited for. Let us start with the one that offers the fastest PR timeline of any country in the world for skilled tech workers. Germany is the single fastest legitimate pathway to permanent residency available to Nigerian tech professionals anywhere in the world in 2026. 21 months. If you speak German at B1 level, genuine conversational intermediate, and you hold a qualifying tech job offer with a German employer, you can go from newly arrived in Germany to holding a permanent residence permit in just 21 months. That is faster than Canada, faster than Australia, faster than the UK, faster than any comparable destination on this list. Why Germany specifically wants tech professionals? Germany has a documented shortage of tech talent that is among the most severe in Europe. The country's economic backbone, its famous mittelstand of mid-sized manufacturing and engineering companies, plus its growing digital services sector, requires software engineers, data scientists, cybersecurity professionals, and cloud architects at a scale that domestic universities cannot supply. The German government has explicitly recognized this and has structured the EU Blue Card specifically to attract this talent from outside the EU. Software engineers qualify under Germany's shortage occupation list, which is critically important because it lowers the salary threshold for the Blue Card from the standard €58,400 to approximately €41,042 to €45,300 per year. This lower threshold makes the Blue Card accessible to a wider range of tech professionals, not just senior engineers commanding top market rates, but also mid-level developers with 3 to 5 years of experience. The EU Blue Card, how it works for tech professionals. The EU Blue Card is Germany's primary residence and work permit for highly qualified non-EU professionals. For Nigerian tech professionals, the process works as follows. Step 1. Secure a qualifying job offer. You need a job offer from a German employer meeting the salary threshold. The role must match your qualification, a software engineering degree or equivalent for a software engineering role. German tech companies including SAP, Deutsche Telekom, Siemens, Bosch, and a growing ecosystem of Berlin, Munich, Hamburg, and Frankfurt startups and scale-ups are actively recruiting internationally. Lee N. Kedden, Xing, Germany's professional network, and direct company career portals are your primary job search tools. Step 2. Degree recognition. Your Nigerian university degree must be assessed for equivalence to German academic standards. Check the ANABIN database, the official German database of internationally recognized institutions, to see if your university and degree are listed. If not, a ZAB assessment through Germany's Central Office for Foreign Education is required. This process takes approximately 2 to 3 months and should be started immediately when you decide to pursue the Germany route. Step 3. Apply for the EU Blue Card at the German Embassy or Consulate in Nigeria. The Lagos or Abuja German diplomatic mission handles Nigerian applications. Required documents include your employment contract signed by both parties, your degree recognition, your valid Nigerian passport, biometric photographs, and health insurance coverage. Processing time is approximately 4 to 8 weeks. Step 4. Arrive in Germany. Register at the Bürgeramt within 14 days. Collect your blue card title from the local immigration office, Ausländerbehörde, within 3 months. Step 5. Start German language study immediately. This is the most important action you can take in your first month. The difference between PR at 21 months and Prairie at 33 months is entirely your German language level. B1 German is a genuine conversational level. You can discuss everyday topics, work situations, and basic professional scenarios. With consistent daily study, most motivated learners reach B1 within 6 to 12 months. Goethe Institute has centers in Lagos and Abuja where you can begin studying before you even apply. Salary and financial reality. German tech salaries for Nigerian professionals entering the market typically range as follows. Junior developers, 3 to 5 years experience, €45,000 to €55,000 per year. Mid-level engineers, 5 to 8 years, €55,000 to €75,000. Senior engineers and architects, 8+ years, €75,000 to €95,000. These are significantly lower than equivalent US or Canadian salaries. However, Germany's comprehensive benefits package, legally mandated 25 to 30 days paid vacation, full public health insurance coverage, generous parental leave at 65% of salary, and strong worker protection laws, partially offsets the lower headline salary. The effective tax rate for these income levels is approximately 30 to 42% including social contributions, higher than many other destinations on this list. This is the honest trade-off that every prospective Germany-bound tech professional needs to understand. Government fees, the cheapest in the world. Germany's EU Blue Card application fee is approximately €100 to €175, extraordinarily low compared to the UK's £827 to £1,618 or Canada's $1,525 Canadian dollars. This makes Germany one of the most financially accessible immigration destinations for tech professionals from a fee perspective. The specific Nigerian applicant challenge. Embassy appointment availability at the German embassy in Nigeria has been a documented challenge. Appointment slots can be booked out weeks in advance during peak periods. Book your appointment as early as possible, ideally the moment you have your job offer confirmed. Also be prepared for the possibility of additional document requests. German consular officers are thorough and may request notarized copies, certified translations, or additional evidence of qualifications. Who Germany is best for? Nigerian tech professionals who are willing to invest seriously in learning German. Engineers with 5+ years of experience in back-end development, cloud architecture, data engineering, or cybersecurity, the specific tech specializations most in demand in the German market. People who value work-life balance, strong employment rights, and Europe's quality of life over maximum income. And anyone who wants the fastest legitimate PR pathway in the world. Timeline summary. Job offer to Blue Card approval, 4 to 8 weeks arrival to PR, with B1 German 21 months arrival to PR, without German 33 months PR to EU citizenship eligibility, 5 to 8 years total residence. PR timeline, 6 to 18 months from Express Entry Profile to COPR Key Visa, Express Entry, Federal Skilled Worker, Canadian Experience Class Tech Advantage, Global Talent Stream, Category-Based Draws, BC PNP Tech. Canada's Express Entry system is the most transparent and most tech-accessible permanent residency pathway in the world for skilled professionals. And in 2026, specific modifications to the system have made it even more favorable for Nigerian tech professionals specifically. Why Canada's system is uniquely powerful for tech. Canada's immigration system has 3 features that combine to make it exceptional for tech professionals. First, transparency. Your CRS score is calculated from objective factors, age, education, language, experience, and you can calculate it yourself before applying. There are no hidden criteria, no subjective officer assessments for the main scoring. Second, the Global Talent Stream, a fast-track work permit for tech companies that cannot find qualified Canadian candidates locally, processes work permits in as little as 2 weeks. Third, the BC PNP Tech Stream and several other provincial tech-specific streams actively target tech professionals for provincial nomination, and a provincial nomination adds 600 CRS points, essentially guaranteeing an invitation to apply for permanent residency. The express entry process for Nigerian tech professionals. Step 1. Determine your NOC code. Every occupation in Canada has a National Occupational Classification Code. For tech professionals, the most relevant codes include NOC 21232 for software developers and programmers, NOC 21223 for database analysts and data administrators, NOC 21220 for information systems analysts, and NOC 21210 for computer and information systems managers. Your specific role should match your NOC code accurately. Step 2. Take your IELTS or CELPIP language test. For most Nigerian applicants, English language scores are a straightforward component. English is genuinely your first or second language, and Nigerian tech professionals typically score very well. An IELTS score of 7.5 or above in all 4 components is achievable for most Nigerian tech professionals and dramatically boosts your CRS score. This is the single easiest lever to pull for improving your express entry competitiveness. Step 3. Complete your Educational Credential Assessment, ECA. Your Nigerian university degree must be assessed against Canadian academic standards through a designated organization such as World Education Services, WES. The WES assessment for a Nigerian degree typically takes 6 to 8 weeks. Start this immediately. It is a prerequisite for express entry and cannot be rushed. Step 4. Create your express entry profile. Once you have your language test scores, ECA, and all required information, create your profile on the IRCC portal. Your profile enters the express entry pool and you receive a CRS score. Step 5. Receive your invitation to apply. IRCC conducts regular draws from the express entry pool. Category-based draws in 2026 specifically target STEM occupations, which includes virtually all tech roles. These category draws often have lower CRS cutoffs than general draws, meaning Nigerian tech professionals with moderate CRS scores can receive ITAs through occupational targeting even if their overall score is not competitive in general rounds. Step 6. Submit your permanent residency application. Once you receive your ITA, you have 60 days to submit a complete application. IRCC then processes within approximately 6 months. The Canadian tech job market, honest 2026 context. Canada's tech job market went through a significant correction in 2023 and 2024 as the post-pandemic tech hiring boom unwound and several major tech companies conducted substantial layoffs. In 2026, the market has stabilized but is more selective than the 2021 to 2022 period. Strong demand exists specifically for AI and machine learning engineers, cybersecurity professionals, cloud architects, particularly AWS, Azure, and GCP certified, and back-end engineers with experience in distributed systems and high-scale infrastructure. Generalist developers without specific in-demand specializations face more competition. The Canada strategy for Nigerian tech professionals who do not yet have a Canadian job offer involves building the strongest possible express entry profile, maximum language scores, was assessment completed, CRS score calculated, and then actively targeting Canadian tech companies through LinkedIn and direct outreach while your profile sits in the pool. The BC PNP Tech Advantage. British Columbia's provincial nominee program has a specific tech stream that invites express entry candidates with NOC codes in specific technology occupations. A BC PNP Tech nomination adds 600 CRS points, essentially guaranteeing an ITA at the next express entry draw. To be considered for BC PNP Tech, you need to have an active express entry profile with a qualifying tech NOC code and meet the stream's minimum requirements. BCPNP Tech nominations are particularly valuable for Nigerian tech professionals whose overall CRS score might not be competitive in general draws. The settlement funds requirement in 2026. As of 2026, the minimum settlement funds for express entry are $15,263 Canadian dollars for a single applicant. These must be unencumbered and accessible. For Nigerian tech professionals converting savings from Naira, this requires planning given the current Naira exchange rate. Who Canada is best for? Nigerian tech professionals with strong English language ability who want the most transparent PR pathway globally. Developers with experience in AI, machine learning, cybersecurity, or cloud who qualify for category-based draws. Anyone with a Canadian job offer, the CRS boost from employer support significantly accelerates the timeline. And professionals who want the combination of strong PR pathway with eventual citizenship at 3 years of physical presence. Timeline summary. Profile creation to ITA, weeks to months depending on CRS score. ITA to permanent residency, approximately 6 months total from starting, 6 to 18 months for competitive candidates. PR to citizenship eligibility, 3 years of physical presence. Country 3, United Kingdom, the fastest job offer to visa pathway. PR timeline, 5 years to indefinite leave to remain, ILA, key visa, skilled worker visa, tech roles on shortage occupation list. Tech advantage, scale-up visa, global talent visa, health and care worker tech roles. The United Kingdom is one of the most culturally familiar destinations for Nigerian tech professionals, shared language, established Nigerian diaspora, and a large London-based tech ecosystem that is Europe's largest and most internationally diverse. For Nigerian tech professionals who can secure a UK job offer, the skilled worker visa can be approved in as little as 3 weeks, making it the fastest job offer to visa approval in any major economy. The skilled worker visa for tech professionals. The UK's skilled worker visa covers all major tech occupations including software developers, IT managers, cybersecurity analysts, data scientists, and cloud architects. Many tech roles are on the shortage occupation list, which provides a reduced salary threshold and additional points in the visa application scoring. The salary threshold for skilled worker visa applications in 2026 is the higher of £38,700 per year or the going rate for your specific occupation. Most senior tech roles in the UK pay significantly above this threshold in practice. London software engineers earn between £55,000 and £120,000 depending on seniority and company. The visa is employer-sponsored, meaning your employer applies for a certificate of sponsorship on your behalf and you then submit your visa application. The employer must be a UK visas and immigration license sponsor. Processing for out-of-country applications typically takes 3 weeks once all documents are submitted. The scale-up visa, an underused option. The UK's scale-up visa is specifically designed for high-growth companies, those that have grown by at least 20% per year for 3 consecutive years. It allows talented professionals to switch to a self-sponsored route after 6 months, removing the employer dependency that characterizes the standard skilled worker route. For Nigerian tech professionals joining UK scale-ups and tech companies, this is a pathway worth specifically researching. The Global Talent Visa, for senior tech professionals. The Global Talent Visa is available to individuals recognized as leaders or potential leaders in digital technology, academia, arts, or science. For tech professionals, endorsement is sought through Tech Nation, and the pathway is specifically designed for senior engineers, tech founders, and those with significant open-source contributions, patents, or demonstrated technical leadership. The Global Talent Visa does not require a job offer. You can apply as self-employed or a company founder. It leads to ILR in 3 years rather than 5, significantly faster than the standard skilled worker route. The Honest UK challenges for Nigerian tech professionals. The 5-year timeline to ILR is the longest on this list. Canada and Germany both offer faster routes to permanent status. UK tech salaries, while strong in London, are accompanied by London's very high cost of living. Renting a 1-bedroom flat in London costs approximately £2,000 to £3,000 per month in 2026. And the job search for Nigerian tech professionals targeting UK companies requires persistence, The UK tech ecosystem is genuinely competitive and employers in London receive large numbers of international applications. Additionally, the UK's visa fee structure is among the most expensive on this list. The skilled worker visa for a 3-year period costs £827 for the visa application plus the immigration health surcharge, currently £1,035 per year, so £3,105 for 3 years, totaling approximately £3,932 before any incidental costs. Factor this into your total relocation budget. Who the UK is best for? Nigerian tech professionals who want the fastest job offer to visa approval time. Senior engineers or tech leaders who qualify for the Global Talent Visa's faster PR timeline. Anyone who wants to remain in an English-speaking, culturally familiar environment with a large established Nigerian community. And tech professionals in fintech, cybersecurity, and AI, sectors where London has genuine global leadership. Timeline summary. Job offer to visa approval, approximately 3 weeks arrival to ILR, skilled worker 5 years arrival to ILR, global talent 3 years to citizenship eligibility, 1 additional year. Country 4, the Netherlands, Europe's most English-friendly tech hub. PR timeline, 5 years to permanent residence, EU long-term resident permit, key visa, highly skilled migrant visa, Kennis migrant, tech advantage, no Dutch language required for visa, 30% tax ruling, BHTP number 1 safest tourist destination. The Netherlands consistently ranks as Europe's most internationally accessible tech destination, and for Nigerian tech professionals specifically, it offers a combination of genuine advantages that most people do not know about. The most important feature of the Dutch highly skilled migrant visa, the Kennis migrant, is that it requires no Dutch language test. Unlike Germany where language shapes your PR timeline significantly, the Netherlands processes your visa entirely in English and there is no Dutch language requirement at any stage of the visa or early PR process. For Nigerian tech professionals who do not want to invest time in learning a European language, this is a significant differentiator. The highly skilled migrant visa, how it works. The Kennis migrant visa requires a job offer from a recognized sponsor, an employer registered with the Dutch Immigration and Naturalization Service as an approved knowledge migrant sponsor. The salary threshold for 2026 is €5,688 per month, approximately €68,256 per year, for most applicants. For those under 30, a reduced threshold of €4,171 per month applies. These thresholds are higher than Germany's EU Blue Card for shortage occupations, but Dutch tech salaries are competitive. Software engineers in Amsterdam, Rotterdam, and The Hague typically earn between €55,000 and €95,000 depending on seniority. The Netherlands is home to the European headquarters of dozens of major tech companies, ASML, Booking.com, Philips, TomTom, and the Dutch offices of Google, Uber, Netflix, and many others, creating a genuine tech ecosystem with international recruitment. Processing time for the Kennis migrant visa is typically 2 to 4 weeks, fast by European standards and similar to Germany's blue card processing. The 30% tax ruling, the Netherlands' most powerful financial incentive. This is the feature of the Dutch immigration package that tech professionals find most compelling, and it is genuinely extraordinary. The 30% tax ruling allows qualifying highly skilled migrants to receive 30% of their gross salary completely tax-free for the first 5 years of employment in the Netherlands. This effectively increases your take-home income by a significant amount. For a €75,000 salary, it means approximately €22,500 of your income is sheltered from Dutch income tax, which runs at 37 to 49.5%. The net financial effect for many Nigerian tech professionals is that their Dutch take-home income is competitive with or exceeds what they would earn in Germany despite similar gross salary levels. To qualify for the 30% ruling, you must have lived more than 150 kilometers from the Dutch border in the 24 months before starting your Dutch employment, which Nigerian applicants moving from Nigeria automatically meet. Your employer applies for the ruling on your behalf. The PR pathway. After 5 years of legal residence under the Kennis migrant permit or any other qualifying Dutch resident status, you can apply for the EU long-term resident permit, the strongest form of long-term residency available in Europe. This permit gives you the right to live in the Netherlands indefinitely and to move to other EU countries under simplified conditions. Dutch citizenship requires 5 years of continuous residence, passing a civic integration exam that includes Dutch language assessment, and renouncing your Nigerian citizenship. The Netherlands does not generally allow dual citizenship for naturalized citizens. This is an important consideration. Becoming a Dutch citizen means giving up your Nigerian passport. Many tech professionals choose to maintain their EU long-term resident permit rather than naturalize specifically to preserve their Nigerian citizenship. The honest challenges. The salary threshold for the Kennis migrant is the highest of the 5 countries on this list, €68,256 per year for most applicants. For Nigerian tech professionals early in their careers or targeting mid-level roles, this threshold may put the Kennis migrant out of reach. Amsterdam's housing market is among the most competitive and expensive in Europe. Finding affordable accommodation in a reasonable timeframe is one of the most consistently reported challenges for new arrivals. And the Dutch immigration system, IND, has experienced processing delays in 2025 and 2026 as application volumes have increased. Who the Netherlands is best for? Senior Nigerian tech professionals with 5+ years of experience and the qualifications to command EUR 68,000+ salaries. Engineers at major international tech companies with European offices in Amsterdam or surrounding cities. Anyone who wants to maximize take-home income through the 30% tax ruling. And tech professionals who want European PR without a language learning commitment. Timeline summary. Job offer to Kennis migrant approval, 2 to 4 weeks arrival to EU long-term resident permit, 5 years EU LTR to Dutch citizenship, 5 years continuous residence. Country 5. Australia, highest tech salaries plus direct PR pathway. PR timeline, 4 to 8 months from invitation to COPR for direct PR pathways. Key visa. Skills in demand visa, skilled independent visa, 189. Employer nomination scheme, 186, tech advantage, core skills stream, occupation shortage list, state nomination. Australia rounds out this list as the country offering the highest tech salaries of any destination in this video, and in 2026, the introduction of the new skills in demand visa has significantly improved the pathway for tech professionals specifically. Why Australia needs Nigerian tech professionals? Australia has a well-documented and significant technology talent shortage. The Digital Skills Organisation, DSO, has consistently reported that demand for tech talent in Australia outpaces domestic supply by a substantial margin. Cybersecurity, cloud computing, AI, data science, and software development are all on Australia's core skills occupation list, the successor to the previous shortage occupation lists, which enables the Skills in Demand visa pathway specifically. The Skills in Demand visa, the new 2024 pathway. Introduced in December 2024 and fully operational in 2026, the Skills in Demand visa replaced the former temporary skill shortage visa and significantly improved pathways for tech professionals. It has 3 streams. The Specialist Skills stream for professionals earning above $135,000, fast-tracked processing, 2-year initial visa, no labor market testing required, and a clear path to the Employer Nomination Scheme permanent visa. The Core Skills stream, covering most tech occupations, for professionals earning between $73,150 and $135,000 with a job offer from an accredited employer. For most Nigerian senior tech professionals, the Specialist Skills stream is the most advantageous. The $135,000 salary threshold is achievable for senior engineers in Sydney and Melbourne, processing is fast, and the transition to permanent residency through the ENS 186 visa can happen within 2 to 3 years of sponsored employment. The Skilled Independent Visa 189, PR without a job offer. For Nigerian tech professionals who want to pursue Australian permanent residency without securing a job offer first, the subclass 189 Skilled Independent Visa is a points-tested PR visa that can be obtained based on your qualifications, experience, and language ability without employer sponsorship. Tech occupations on the CSOL score points toward an invitation through Skill Select. An ACS, Australian Computer Society, skills assessment is required for most software-related occupations and typically takes 4 to 8 weeks. The subclass 189 processing time after receiving an invitation is typically 4 to 8 months for complete applications, making it one of the fastest direct PR pathways among the 5 countries on this list. Australian tech salaries, the headline numbers. Australia consistently offers the highest tech salaries of any country on this list when measured in Australian dollars. Software engineers in Sydney and Melbourne earn between $90,000 and $170,000 depending on seniority and specialization. AI and machine learning engineers are at the premium end, $130,000 to $200,000 for senior roles. Cybersecurity professionals earn $95,000 to $160,000. These figures are before the Australian tax, which at a 32.5 to 45% effective rate for these income levels means take-home is lower, but still very competitive in real purchasing power terms. The AMC Skills Assessment, the critical first step. Unlike Canada, where your Canadian Experience Class pathway can begin immediately with a job offer, and unlike Germany where degree recognition is the primary qualification check, Australia requires a formal skills assessment through the Australian Computer Society, ACS, for most software and IT occupations before your PR application can proceed. The ACS assesses whether your Nigerian qualifications and work experience are equivalent to Australian standards for your claimed occupation. Most Australian-educated equivalent degrees and relevant work experience qualify, but the assessment process takes 4 to 8 weeks and is a prerequisite that must be built into your timeline from day one. The honest Australian challenges. Australia's geographic distance from Nigeria means long, expensive flights, typically 20+ hours with at least one layover. Sydney and Melbourne have among the most expensive housing markets in the Asia-Pacific region. Median rent for a 2-bedroom apartment in Sydney is approximately $3,000 per month in 2026. The skills assessment through ACS adds time to the process that Germany and the Netherlands do not require. And the Australian tech job market, like Canada's, went through a correction in 2023 to 2024. The market has stabilized but is more selective than during the peak hiring period. Who Australia is best for? Senior Nigerian tech professionals with 5+ years of experience who want the highest salary ceiling of any country on this list. Engineers with experience in AI, machine learning, cybersecurity, or cloud who qualify for the specialist skills stream. Anyone who wants to pursue PR through a points-tested route without necessarily having a job offer first. And professionals who value a warm climate, outdoor lifestyle, and strong multicultural community. Australia has an established and growing Nigerian diaspora, particularly in Sydney and Melbourne. Timeline summary. Skills assessment to visa, 4 to 8 weeks for employer-sponsored pathways. Arrival to permanent residency, ENS 186 2 to 3 years with sponsoring employer. Subclass 189 direct PR, 4 to 8 months from invitation PR to citizenship eligibility, 4 years of residence. Section 2, side-by-side comparison. Which country is right for you? Let me now give you the direct comparison so you can identify which of these 5 countries fits your specific profile. If you want the fastest PR timeline and are willing to learn a language, Germany. 21 months to Prairie with B1 German. €41,042 salary threshold for tech roles. Government fees of €175. No other country gets you to permanent residency faster. The language investment is the price of entry. If you want the most transparent system and want to pursue PR without necessarily having a job offer first, Canada. Express entry is fully points-based and calculable before you apply. Category-based STEM draws give tech professionals a pathway even with moderate CRS scores. PR in 6 to 18 months for competitive candidates. Citizenship in 3 years of physical presence. If you want the fastest job offer to visa approval and a culturally familiar environment, United Kingdom. 3 weeks from job offer to visa. Large Nigerian community. London's tech ecosystem is Europe's largest. 5 years to ILR on the standard route, 3 years on the global talent route. If you want the most English-friendly European destination and maximum take-home income through the tax ruling, Netherlands. No Dutch language requirement. 30% tax ruling for 5 years. €68,256 salary threshold. 5 years to EU long-term resident permit. If you want the highest salary ceiling and are willing to invest in the skills assessment process, Australia. Highest tech salaries of any country on this list. Direct PR pathway through subclass 189 without a job offer. ACS skills assessment required. 4 years to citizenship. Section 3. The specific Nigerian tech advantage. Why your profile is stronger than you think. Before I close, I want to speak directly to something that I see Nigerian tech professionals underestimate consistently, the genuine strength of their profile in international job markets. Nigerian software engineers and developers have several characteristics that international employers find genuinely valuable. English is a genuine first language, not a second language acquired for visa purposes. The experience of building products for resource-constrained environments, unreliable infrastructure, and complex payment systems produces engineers who are creative, adaptable, and capable of solving problems that engineers from more comfortable tech environments simply have not encountered. Nigeria's growing tech ecosystem, the Andelas, the Flutterwaves, the Paystack alumni networks, has produced engineers with genuine commercial experience in products that have reached global scale. The international employer perception of Nigerian tech talent is shifting, and it is shifting positively. The data from ArcDev shows Nigerian remote engineers averaging $53,658 in remote compensation in 2026, within competitive range of engineers from much larger and longer-established tech talent markets. The narrative of Nigerian tech talent is changing from emerging market engineers to globally competitive professionals with unique market experience, and you should carry that narrative into every job application and interview you have internationally. And that is your complete guide, the top 5 countries for Nigerian tech professionals to get permanent residency in 2026. Germany for the fastest PR timeline. Canada for the most transparent and accessible system. The United Kingdom for the fastest job offer to visa pathway. The Netherlands for English friendliness and the 30% tax ruling. And Australia for the highest salary ceiling. Your tech skills are genuinely globally in demand in 2026. Every country on this list is actively recruiting. The question is not whether the opportunity exists, it absolutely does. The question is which opportunity is best aligned with your specific profile, your timeline, and your vision for your life abroad. If this video helped you understand your options more clearly, give it a thumbs up and share it with every Nigerian tech professional you know who is exploring working abroad. Subscribe for more content specifically designed to help Nigerians navigate international opportunities. Drop a comment telling me your tech specialization and which country you are leaning toward. I read every single one and will give you honest specific guidance. And if you need help with your visa strategy, application preparation, or job search approach for any of these 5 countries, reach out to Social and Travels. The link is in the description. See you in the next video.